There was a mayoral forum about 2 weeks ago or so, and it was the PACE Forum, which is basically a liberal-leaning LGBT
It was this past Sunday.
Organization. And you made the statement you wanted to make Shreveport great again. And they started booing you. Two-part question. Were you surprised they booed when you said, I want to make Shreveport great again? And when you said that, what did you mean?
Well, first off, Robert and Erin, forgive my passion, but I want to make Shreveport great again. That's what I want to do. And I didn't. It is what it is. I said it because that's exactly what I want to do. I want to make Shreveport great again because I can. I have the experience and knowledge to know how to do that. And I didn't really think about it being a liberal, so anti-Trump crowd. And I think one of the candidates even made a derogatory comment about Trump. But whatever you feel about the man ran, he was elected. The people have spoken. He's elected, and you must respect the office of the president. The people have spoken in votes, period, no matter what liberal they are or whoever.
It's a great slogan, make Shreveport great again.
It's
but
not a slogan.
Where do you
It's a
start?
fact.
Where do you start?
I'll tell you where you start. First off, my crime system that I've just told you earlier has to be put in place. Crime has to be the first initial that we take care of. You know, I've been told before, oh, we can't do that. We can't. We have a town of naysayers, just like the Congressional Medal of Honor Convention. I was told out of D.C., oh, we can't. Shreveport can't have that. You can never can't raise the funds. You don't have enough room. Da 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 da. We're the most successful. And matter of fact, General Norman Schwarzkopf came here and was the fee was quite expensive to have him speak. And then he called and said, somebody can get me a twin-engine plane, you know, to visit some family members, you know, kind of close to Louisiana. I'll forgive my fee, which was several thousands and thousands of dollars, which he did. But, you know, I have started and finished many projects, just like televising Miss Louisiana pageant. I was in college. I was on the board of directors for Miss Louisiana pageants. And we said, why don't we televise it? We said, oh, we can't do that. We don't have the money. We went through the state with all the radio and TV. Piccadilly, I believe, gave us like $64,000 to start airing it. Miss Louisiana is still aired on television air now from our JCs in that community. That was during college.
Anna Marie Arpino, what are the first three things you do if you're elected mayor of Shreveport?
First three things I would do is put the 9-point system and the crime package I just told you in place immediately. Second off, I would get rid of a political police department. Everybody needs to follow the same laws, and they need to apply to everybody the same, number one. Number two, there's so many things that are not done with the police department. And they say, we don't have the staff, da-da-da-da. Number one, people need to understand. We used to have an HR director, and of course, I'm an HR director background, and I understand that. And this HR director was for many years with Shreveport, and this person had standards to hire his police officers. When he retired after many, many, many years, and they came in with the next structure, those standards were relaxed. And things that he would not have let someone be an officer that were in their background, he wouldn't have hired them, isn't necessarily so after he left. So, but I'm not going to say we don't have some good police officers, because let me tell you, we do. We have a lot of fine folks out there, both in his administration and afterwards. But our police, to be honest with you, in my opinion, are burned out. They need a structure where they can get more time off paid, and I know how that sounds, but since Shreveport does not pay that much for their police, reward them in having a few more, maybe even a couple more weeks a year off paid while we have more officers that can rotate. And the reason of that is, in the long run, we will have a less stressed, tired police community, number one. Number two, it would kind of reward them for the low pay until I can get in there as an accountant, look at our city books. I've got a feeling we got a lot of money wasted on things it shouldn't be.
Speaking of your experience as an accountant, there are a number of candidates who have come in here and said Shreveport needs this, Shreveport needs that. I won't touch on anything specific, but the things they want to do for the city all involve money. we are sort of, bluntly put, a cash-strapped city. Would you be willing as mayor, or as a candidate at least, to take a no new taxes, a no tax increase pledge?
Oh, absolutely. You know, our current mayor, when, if I'm not mistaken, when she was at the school board, had very large tax increases they wanted. They were voted down. But that's not the way we need to go with the city. I feel that if you had the leadership and realize I used to be city accountant. I handle special revenues, which is federal revenues all federal revenues coming into the city. And that was my first job out of college. I have a feeling if you have someone that's knowledgeable in accounting in that chair that can read financials and read the governmental accounts, I feel like there's a lot of money in wrong places for a small sector of groups that don't need to be there. We have enough money. What we don't have is someone that knows where to put it. We need to put the money where it affects the people, our people in the city, which is in the crime, which is in economic development to get them jobs. Now that I-49 is through, my second phase of that is to get at least five of the distribution logistics companies to come in. And when I was told they have like 200 jobs apiece. So that's the kind of things we need to be putting the money towards. Crime, economic development. Also, our veterans. Anybody that's a retired veteran in this community in Shreveport, they need a cut on their city taxes, their water and the sewer, on every one of their bills, on every one of their tax bills. They need a cut because they serve this country. They're retired veterans. And now they're in the golden years of their life. They need every city service I can find to give them a discount cut. And I mean a cut. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to do it.